this weekend was big, and we finally saw the much-awaited Manikarnika, the Queen of Jhansi, starring KANGANA RANAUT. It's interesting to note that the only notable portrayal of Lakshmi Bai, which was a monumental project and one of the most expensive films of that time, was the 1953 Saurabh Modi-directed film Jhansi Ki Rani. This film has gone through several hurdles, and the fact that it has finally released is just a testament to the spirit of the creators and KANGANA RANAUT. With Krish moving on after shooting for the film and not being able to reshoot the portions, Ketan Mehta sent a legal notice and felt his idea had been ripped off and there was a breach of trust. Kangana Ranaut got injured during shooting. Sonu Sood walked out of the film knowing that the creative outlook was not the same when Kangana took the director's chair. The film has basically been through thick and thin, and I'm here to tell you that even though the film is not perfect, it is worth the ride. Here's what didn't and did work for the film with my final conclusion and thoughts. The bad. VFX and CGI. One of the most jarring aspects of the film when you see it in its entirety is the use of special effects and digitally mastered images to showcase palaces and forts. In many of the sequences, including Kangana Ranaut standing in a library, jumping over men to get on an elephant, or even long shots of many extras standing in the fort, you can clearly tell that the digitally generated images are showcased rather than real people. Unlike the long shots of Padmavat that completely left us in awe, you can see the difference in budget here, where real locations look like green screens and studios. The lack of technical finesse definitely stands out in this film. The portrayal of British officials. I don't know what is the problem with period films in India and the portrayal of British imperialists, but what should come across as menacing and intimidating always turns out to be uncomfortable and hilarious. There is always confusion with what language to use. We see the British officials, just like the thugs of Hindustan, talk to each other in close quarters in Hindi and then switch to English also for some reason. Some of the British extras really ham the scenes with their lack of acting prowess, while wearing top hats and bow ties, looking funny rather than aggressive. No wonder Manikarnika was always amused when they came in front. The officials have cringy dialogues like "Hum Sunday ko kaam nahi karte" and standard bloody Indians. The development of the story with too many songs. Even though we know it's inevitable that a period piece will have many songs, but the first half of the film dwells into too many songs just to develop relationships and equations with supporting characters. Rather than building up the story to the eventual rebellion of 1857, there are side stories of a rebel group within Jhansi and an introduction to a character with the help of a baby calf that only delay the development of the film that keep the audiences engaged. It is only after a particular tragic incident in the film that the movie really grasps all your attention. You're just waiting otherwise for it to get to the conflict. Supporting characters. Kangana Ranaut is the star of the show and she does a splendid job. Sadly, while keeping in mind that and her exceptional performances, most of the supporting characters have a very minute impact on us as viewers. Ankita Lokhande, a debut that we were all looking forward to, proves in acting scenes that she is a very capable performer. Yet her role is so minute in the film that it leaves us rather disappointed. Suresh Oberoi and Atul Kulkarni have also brief appearances. The only person who has some kind of impact in the supporting cast is the legend himself, Danny Denzongpa. The good. The dialogues. One of the most impactful aspects of the film are the well-written dialogues written by Prasoon Joshi. Barring the dialogues given to the British officials, which will make you rather uncomfortable, the dialogues have a sensibility in them without being way too over the top. Even though the essence of the film is packed with nationalism and honor for the country, the dialogues are apt for the freedom struggle in which the characters are embroiled in. Women as protagonists. This will definitely go down as one of the strongest female characters portrayed on the big screen in India. It is so refreshing to watch a female protagonist defy any customs and traditions that create shackles on any human, be it how a married woman should behave, how a widow has to be completely devoid of happiness and opinions, or it is the role of women at the time of conflict. Rani Lakshmibai, that too in the 19th century, questioned these processes and led by example. It makes us rather surprised that if a woman could defy all odds at such a patriarchal time, where women were basically for rasoi ke kaam ke liye, why can't creators keep on making stories for women at a time we have all the independence? We have historical proof of a courageous and fearless woman. The message. I did not even get an inkling of a feeling of jingoism through this film. It's become a buzzword these days to criticize anything that talks about nationalism. We are talking about a time where Indians believe that they will remain slaves, constantly being subjected to poverty and oppressive practices. Rani Lakshmibai does not go around telling her soldiers that they should blindly sacrifice themselves for their country and its independence. There is a beautiful scene shared by Ranaut and Denzongpa where Lakshmibai tells her general that in the quest of freedom we should not be foolish. as we crave to live for the day we won't be slaves and see an independent India. We can sit in our ivory towers today and complain about how movies go over the top with national pride, but these are stories showcased about people who had to fight to make sure we can give that independent opinion and live freely today. A message not from an entitled king also, but a woman fighting against all odds. Scenes of combat. The highlight of the film is the scenes of combat, especially the sword fighting performed extremely well by Kangana Ranaut. There is a no-holds-barred feeling to the moments of conflict, being bloody and gory and showcasing everything. There is a great sequence with Ranaut protecting her son in Jhansi, and the final battle which has a feeling of a Zack Snyder action film. Kangana Ranaut. The force to be reckoned with in the film is Kangana Ranaut, an actor that proves yet again she can be the main character in a film and impress us in every frame for its running minutes. Ranaut as Rani Lakshmibai exudes strength, confidence, and at the same time empathy and sadness in scenes effortlessly. Whether or not this film will be a raging success is doubtful, because the movie suffers through narrative and technical issues, but Ranaut proves yet again she is a superstar that is here to stay. So guys, all in all, the film is not perfect, yet it was just so refreshing to see a female character swing her sword like a warrior with utmost conviction, put bigots in their place by powerful dialogues, and fight against imperialist forces that had nothing but ill intentions. It's definitely worth a watch. And that was the video, guys. Write it down in the comments below what you thought about the movie. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.